Hey world, I'm McDonald, and today I'm going to show you how to make a delicious lunch smoothie. I've picked a few savory ingredients today. This is going to be a pretty green smoothie, a little bit of tomato in here. And what I like about this smoothie is that it's a bit savory. By adding the garlic and onion and even a little bit of sea salt and pepper and a little bit of fresh cayenne pepper, you're going to have a smoothie that's got some kick, that's delicious, and will leave you feeling full until dinner time. So this is my first smoothie show, so forgive me if I'm a little green, pun intended. But I'm going to share with you the reason I got into eating green smoothies and what I've learned the benefits are. And if you're watching this, it's because you're interested in eating healthier and making your body a wonderful place to be. So anyways, I'm going to drink some water. You know what? You can never drink too much water. One of the great things about making smoothies is you're going to rehydrate yourself. All of these wonderful vegetables that you're eating are full of natural moisture. We're also going to use coconut water, which is a wonderful beverage on its own, but it's got lots of great qualities, including natural electrolytes, which will refuel you, rehydrate you, make you just feel better. It was probably around Christmas that I'd made up my mind that I needed to make a change in the way I was eating. I was feeling like crap. My energy levels were low. Mentally, I was not performing even close to the level I should be. So, you know, and New Year's rolled around, and resolution number one was to eat different. And this is not a diet, just so you know. One of the great things I learned from watching the documentary Food for Change is that this is about adding so much good nutritional food to your lifestyle that you don't have as much room for all the crap anymore. And trust me, you will not feel like you're starving yourself when you're eating this. And it makes eating fun again. You go to the supermarket and you see all this great produce and you start to learn about all the benefits, the nutritional values of each different vegetable. And it just makes shopping fun again. And you don't go down the aisles anymore that have boxes. You don't have to read labels anymore. That's one of the things that we're being consumed with in the world today. We're reading nutritional values on labels and you know, we're getting away from just eating good, real food. Smoothies will take you back to eating real food, and you are going to jam-pack your body on a cellular level with micronutrients in the form and in the way that your body was designed to take them in. So anyways, I could talk for hours, but blender. I think the most important thing you're going to have to start out with is a decent blender. You do not have to go out and spend $500 on one of those, you know, Vitamix blenders. They look great. I have personally never used one, but I did not have the budget for that kind of a machine when I started this. So I went out to the supermarket, actually went out to Walmart, and I found this great Oster blender that has 1,000 watts. This one only has one button on it, toggle switch. You can pulse it and you can blend at super light speed, which is what you want to do when you're making smoothies. You want to get a blender that has a minimum 1,000 watts, and you want a glass case that's roomy enough to put a lot of vegetables into. We kind of started out doing smoothies with our bullet, which I love. We still use the bullet for a lot of things, but we just found the little bullet jar wasn't quite big enough, and we kept having to, you know, liquefy it, cram more things in, liquefy it. So if you can get most of your ingredients in one shot, it's a lot more fun. So anyways, that cost me $69 at Walmart. Just read the box. You'll find blenders can have as low as 350 watts, but you want a minimum of 1,000. And I couldn't find a blender that had more than 1,000 watts in Walmart. So anyways, here we go. Some of the things I like to have on hand when I'm making a smoothie, I like to have a bowl to put my scraps into that I'm not using. I like to have, you know, as much produce around as I can. I don't always go exact on the recipe, so sometimes I'll just see something and grab it and off we go. So anyways, we'll start by dropping that, putting our coconut water in here. This is quite a large can. I don't know how many ounces this is, but this is a 17.5 ounce can, and it's about 520 milliliters, which is about half a liter if you're Canadian. But I pretty much only use half the can and save the rest for later. I also find if you really get into the smoothies that what you're going to want to do is start buying your cans of coconut water by the case. They're expensive on their own, but if you buy a case, you can actually get them for a reasonable price. We had some friends tell us that you can get cases of this at Costco for next to nothing. So just a little advice. Anyway, I usually start by putting my heavier ingredients on the bottom that'll get drawn in. Got some radish here. Radish is well, it's good for you. It's a little on the peppery side, and it adds a really nice flavor to all your smoothies. You know, use as little or as many as you like. I like to use on an average smoothie, a couple of them. I'm going to use my fresh Roma tomato here. There's a lot of people out there that are all organic. I'm not a big organic guy. I love organic food. I just find, like a lot of people, that it's quite costly. But if you think it's worth it and you've got the food budget for it, go organic. You can't go wrong. That leads me to another question. A lot of people, when they're getting into smoothies, there you go, using my little silver bowl. A lot of people, when they start getting into smoothies, the first thing they ask me is, don't you find that your groceries are expensive? And you know what I have found, what Christina and I have found both, is that our grocery bills actually haven't gone up that much. Now, I couldn't quite cut through the pit with my knife. I could if I wanted to press down, but I wanted to show this to you. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm actually going to put the avocado pit right in there. The reason I do that is, believe it or not, the pit blends quite well, and boy, there's a lot of nutritional value in there that you don't want to miss out on. So, and you know, depending on the smoothie, sometimes I'll use half an avocado, sometimes I'll use a whole avocado. In this case, I'm just going to use a half of an avocado. Looking good. Anyways, we'll put the other half on the side here. Garlic. I'm going to put a whole clove of garlic in here. You know what, I do find the first few times you put garlic in, an onion, you do taste it, but I find that it goes away in no time. And raw vegetables, if you ask me, don't turn you into a garlic onion smelling monster. I've never had anyone say, "Ooh, Les, you smell like garlic today, what's going on?" But anyways, got a green onion here as well. Love these green onions in smoothies. They add so much wonderful flavor. I'm probably, just because this is for me, I'm probably going to use just half of this green onion because it was a really big one, and I'll put the rest on the side for later. You know, can't have too much of a good thing, right? We've got some, getting back to the groceries. I found my groceries aren't that much more expensive than they used to be. And maybe you do spend a little more, but think about all the money you're going to save later in your health. You're going to feel good. You're going to have a clean body. You're going to have to go to the doctor less often. You may even be able to manage a diabetic problem. Your insulin levels when you eat vegetables are naturally regulated. You can eat sugars from apples and fruits and not have any issues. You know, that's one of the big problems with food today, is we've got so much sugar, and we're eating refined sugars like corn syrup. Don't even get me started on that. And sugars we don't know as sugars, like white flour. White flour, the minute it goes into your body and starts to get digested, it becomes a sugar. So your insulin levels are going up and down, your body's trying to combat that. Next thing you know, you've got problems. So natural food, it's a no-brainer. And this just tastes good. Anyways, I'm cutting up some beautiful kale. Kale is a really hearty vegetable that I use in salads as well when I want to add a little bit of body. I find kale kind of adds to the thickness and just the hardiness of any smoothie. So I've got an extra piece there. Just going to put that off to the side. Now, where are we going to go? Green pepper. Oh, I love green peppers. You know, a lot of people think, yep, got to have red and yellow peppers. They look good. They're all fancy, but the green pepper on its own adds so much flavor. I'll probably show you guys how to make a cold soup for dinner at some point, and I use a lot of green pepper in that as well. So green pepper all the way, baby. Anyways, if you're into composting, keep all of these vegetables. Most of what you're going to use in your smoothie can go right into the compost pile. It's interesting, ever since I started making smoothies, my sink smells like a garden, like earth almost. I don't have a garbagey smell coming out of my sink anymore. And imagine if your sink starts to smell better, how your body's gonna feel after you eat these for a while. So I can tell you that I feel like $1,000,000. Okay, yappity yappity yap. I have a, looks like an apple, it's not. It's an Asian pear. I find these in the supermarket for really good price. And the other thing is you don't have to go out and get all these expensive exotic fruits when you're making your smoothies. I find that if you go seasonal, you can find some really nice fruits and vegetables that don't cost too much money. You'll find your staples, and throughout the season you're gonna find fresh produce that comes in that you weren't using before, because now it's in season and it's fresher, and the fresher it is and the less distance it has to go, less money it's going to cost. I like to add a little bit. I don't go crazy on it. Maybe I'll just use about half of this guy, but you can use apple. I like these Asian pears because they don't take away from the vegetable flavor too much, but they add just a little bit of sweetness. And I'm not one of these guys who needs a lot of sweet. Lime. Anytime I'm making something with like tomato and avocado, I like to use a bit of lime. And I find if you just cut along here, you know what? If you get a bit of peel in there, like look, see that? It's like a bit of peel, no problem. I think the peels add a lot of zest, a lot of flavor, and I'm sure there's a ton of vitamins. I wouldn't want to make a smoothie with an entire peel, but that's just me. I like to put ginger root in quite a few things. Ginger is really good for you. It's got great medicinal qualities. The Chinese have been using this for many things for a long time, but I find the more ginger I use, the stronger my immune system is. Red pepper. Christina's not here today, so I'm gonna put just about a whole red pepper in there. When you use these little chili peppers, they pack a punch. When you blend anything, you're just exploding the flavors because you're ripping everything out of its skin and out of the membrane, the cell membranes and whatnot. So go easy on them. Try half a pepper first, and then if you think that's not too much, try a whole pepper. I'm eating a whole one today, so. Anyways, we've got lots of great herbs, fresh herbs. We've got oregano, we've got sweet basil, and we've got some sage. And I'm just gonna put those in there. You can rip the stems off if you want. I find that I take off the really hard part of the stems, but I don't worry too much about the soft ones. And you know, the more fresh herbs you can put in there, the better. So we've got just about everything in here. Got some chia seeds. If you don't know about chia seeds, remember the chia pets? Chia, you know, you grow hair and, you know, you don't eat those, but these chia seeds are magic. They're not expensive. You can find them at most supermarkets. And chia seeds are marvelous because they're really high in protein, and they're full of antioxidants. I don't think you can eat too many chia seeds. Another advantage chia seeds have is that they don't have to be broken down like flaxseed, but chia seeds form a gel around them. So if you add water to your chia seeds, just a few, don't add it to the whole thing, but you know, take a teaspoon, put it in water and watch what happens. They almost look like little frog eggs after a while because they form a really thick gel membrane around the seed. That gel, when it's in your stomach, is going to expand, and it's going to keep you feeling full for a while, but it's also going to like pull toxins out of your body as it's going through your digestive tract. So I love chia seeds. They were one of the best things I ever found out about. And last but not least, we're going to put in our beautiful romaine lettuce. You know what I started doing? You can cut this up, but I just started ripping it apart with my hands. I found that was just as easy as cutting it, if not easier. And why not? Get your hands on your vegetables. Enjoy touching your food. I mean, we live in a world where we sit in cubicles and we separate ourselves and we use keyboards and we don't interact with, you know, anything as much as we used to. To interact with your food and to touch it and feel it and hold it is making me sound kind of weird, but you know what? I like it. So anyways, we're just about ready to blend this guy. So what you're gonna see here is I've got this pretty full, so I might have to play around a bit. I'm going to turn it so that I can see my switch. But yeah, you just crank it, let it rip. Watch what happens to these vegetables as I blend them. That's a pretty thick smoothie, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more coconut water, just to thin that out a bit. And you know what I forgot? I forgot to put in a little bit of sea salt. You don't need sea salt, there's so much flavor, but I find just like a little twist of sea salt in there really helps bring out the flavors. And you know what? I don't think a little bit of salt is that bad for you. And a little bit of fresh ground pepper, can't go wrong. And we'll just put this on here and we'll finish blending and we'll be off to the races. Here we go. And boy, this is going to be good. Anyways, here's my green lunch smoothie. I wish you could smell this on camera because it just smells delicious. The garlic and the vegetables. It's beautiful. Wow. And another thing you should do when you drink your smoothie is chew it. If you chew your smoothie and get your saliva glands involved in the process, it helps in digestion as well. So anyways. Oh yeah, it's a keeper. This one's got some kick. I like spicy food, so be careful on those peppers. And enjoy making smoothies. Wow. Well, I'm very excited to finish my lunch, so thanks for watching my show. I hope that you've learned something, and if you have any feedback at all, please send it to me, and any recipe ideas that you might have as well. I really enjoyed doing this show, and I hope that it was informative. I hope that it's helping you if there are changes you want to make in your life. And remember, you've only got one body, so take care of it. And as you take care of your body, you're going to start feeling good. Your mind's going to start feeling good. I mean, there's nothing but pros to eating raw food smoothies. Anyways, I'm Les McDonald. Thanks for watching my show. Take care.